Good morning, everyone. My name is Alex, and I'm here with iChongqing.
Good morning, and my name is Laura, and we've just arrived at the beautiful Dazu rock cavings.
Now, just to give you a little bit of information about this area, it's only a 90-minute ride from Chongqing. That's not too difficult. Just get into the car, and you can come to this fantastic UNESCO World Heritage Site about fantastic Dazu rock carvings. And you can tell us a little bit about this wonderful area that we've arrived to this morning.
In fact, over here there are more than 75 cave temples with over 50,000 statues preserved. And I'm quite impressed with how well they've been preserved. So let's go take a look.
And we're going to take a look today, and we're going to have lots of beautiful images here. We've brought our team with us. We're going to have some great, fantastic video. So please join us. We're going to take you through this wonderful little tour on this beautiful spring morning here in Dazu.
Yes, guys, we hope you can stay with us till the end. Let's
Thanks.
go check it out.
All right, so we've come into the cave temple area here, and this is a very, very rich district in history in Chongqing. And as you know, Chongqing is made up of many districts. This one has a lot of craftsmen in it. Maybe you can tell us what we're looking at behind us here.
Right, so during that time, many people came to Dazu district, which was a political, economic center, and that's why they were able to gather so many craftsmen. And now behind us we see the goddess of mercy. It was sponsored by 8 family members.
Wow.
So because there were so many people and this was a well-developed society, people were able to sponsor the craftsmen. Now you can imagine, Alex, the more money you had, the bigger the statue.
Bigger the statue, yeah.
So yes, and later on we will see that there are smaller statues so that the common people could also come here to worship, and I think that's quite interesting that they made provision for that.
Definitely worth a visit once again. I mean, we're only 90-minute drive outside of Chongqing, center of Chongqing, and to see this here is truly magical. Well, Laura, we've come to a very interesting part of this tour here. Now, behind us here, don't be intimidated by these. This is preserving some very remarkable piece of history behind us here, isn't it?
Indeed, right in the middle we see a prayer wheel which bears great significance in Buddhist belief, and it actually also serves as a pillar to keep this whole cave well structured and preserved. And then on the sides we have 6 statues which are also magnificent, really exquisite. And I can think that the sponsor must have been...
Yes, it was extremely wealthy.
Yes, extremely wealthy.
You know,
indeed.
and I'm hoping that later on the tour we're going to actually get an idea of the craftsmanship on how these things are actually made.
Yes.
Hopefully we can see even the tools and the tricks of the trade, as we call it.
Yes, I mean, it actually does baffle me because this one is just more than 800 years old. So I think, and it was also a number of craftsmen that collaborated on this piece behind us. We'll give you a view of that.
All right, Laura, so we've come to the second last exhibit here in this wonderful tour here. And what are we looking at?
We're looking at the Peacock King. Now you will see the Buddha is seated on a lotus throne, and on the right and left there are 1,000 small Buddhas.
Really?
Yes. I think it's quite the peacock is a sign of divinity in Buddhism, if I'm not mistaken. So this is really quite an interesting piece. We also see some interesting colors
Yeah, I
that are
noticed
still
that, yeah.
preserved.
You can see them up on the top of the statue, and then, you know, we were speaking about the wings of the peacock here as well. Which is your favorite thing that you've seen?
I would have to say this is definitely one of my favorites. There's also the goddess of giving birth, which had a very interesting story to it. So that was one of my favorites, and later we'll be looking at the heaven cave.
All right.
And yeah,
The grand finale.
The grand finale.
Okay, guys, we're going to take you to the grand finale here. All right, so we're here at the grand finale of them all.
Indeed, and this is known as the paradise, something very heavenly and divine.
We've been going back and forth on trying to figure out the right translation for the name of this. So when the viewers are watching this, maybe you guys could give us your input on, you know, what we're really looking at here.
Sure, if you know more, drop us a comment below. Now, what I quite like about what we see in the background here is that there's a stark contrast of the bold statues, but if you really take a closer look, you see finer details. And in fact, there are little children that you can see everywhere, which is of course known to make a place more lighter, more cheerful, and also contributes to, I think, that paradise kind of atmosphere.
This is one of the more detailed ones if you really look at it.
Yes.
It has so many details to it. And just to talk about the tours here, the tour that does involve, you can walk around, listen to an earpiece on translation. So you're not coming in here completely with no knowledge. You know, there's many ways of, you know, educating the people as they're walking through here.
Right.
That's why we also want to show you guys this little book that they give you, a nice guidebook when you come here. So it's well detailed and almost kind of like a...
And you can see there's the Chinese on this side and the English on this side. And another thing, it was listed as a World Cultural Heritage Site in 1999. I think that really makes sense because these Dazu craftsmen started in the early Tang Dynasty. That carried right through five dynasties. And it hit its golden period in the northern and southern Song dynasties. So it bears a very great history, very great culture, and I think the Dazu people really take pride in this site here.
And once again, this is rated 5As here in China. Anytime you see 5As, you're definitely not going to be disappointed, as we've seen here again today. Much more to see in this area. We wish we could stay here longer, but we have to continue on with our wonderful tour here, guys. We've been just dropped off at I would say it's a modern carving center, and that's not unusual for Dazu to be an artist out here, is it?
Yes, it's not unusual. I think they take pride in their history and they want to take that forward, so yes.
So we just rolled up in this, I guess, you know, a side street, we'll call it here, like you guys can relate to in North America there. It's a carving center, and we saw an artist. Do we know the artist's name?
Yes, it's Liu Nongfeng. He's actually a famous craftsman.
Famous craftsman.
And I think we're going to have a chat with him to learn more about this place.这个石刻40年多，是不是？
对，80年开始，今年已经
80年。
今年已经42年了。开始的时候很难做，头了几年来都是摸索。那个当时因为我的家业都在那个大世界文化遗产石刻之地。原来我们小的时候读书啊、学习的时候啊、放羊啊，些都在那石刻里边去玩，都产生了对石刻的一种感情。因为为了交纪念，85年或到91年之间呢，就在四川美院去学习雕刻，学了过后啊，就回到家乡，就带动一批那个老百姓、农民那些石匠来做那些。当时我们最高峰的时候，已经上2万人来从事这个石雕。我们现在一个是我们那个国家政策好，包括我们的总书记都说要把大脚石刻传承好。现在我们越做越高兴，越做越有兴趣。我得到我们政府的支持，现在我们那个石雕也是我们国家非遗。准备我来生当中的话，现在我64岁了，我准备80岁才退休，还做16年。好，这些呢就是雕的那个我们雕的一种那个小弥勒佛，那个小和尚，还有一个童趣，跟那个小孩一样。那个也是老百姓很喜欢，目前那种气象到大家呀很高兴的那种感觉，你看。
How long would it take to make one of these?
那个都是
大概做一个需要花多长时间
这个我们现在是手工操作，像那么就要10多天
？Handmade
，10多天。
more than 10 days。
10 days.
你最喜欢是哪一个？
我最喜欢的我们都是那个梅台观音，梅台观音。
Okay, now this is
它是这个
this
The beauty of the goddess。
and the stone here, ivory. What's the stone?
这个是什么材质？
Ivory.
这个是汉白玉，汉白玉是最好的食材。
Jade.
汉白玉。
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And how long would it take you to make something like this one?
它大概这个要多长时间？
这个要得才3个月，3个月。
Yes, as I'm saying, we're here with quite a big group, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy the show today. Lots to talk about. Now let me just tell you about what we did here today and how we got here.
You're getting a look at the big statue. As Lily pointed out, there's no right eyeball, and if you take a look on the other side, you'll also see that he has no left ear.
Yeah.
Why is that, Lily?
Because he was an ascetic monk
Okay.
in esoteric Buddhism.
Oh, esoteric Buddhism.
Yes,
Okay.
just focus on the ritual performance and miracle acts.
Let's see if any of my viewers can recognize that logo there. So that is the UNESCO World Heritage Site that was awarded, to my understanding and knowledge, in 1999, December the 4th. And guys, I'm going to tell you a little bit about your part compared to a lot of other sites I've traveled around the world. I've been to Angkor Wat in Cambodia. I've been to a lot of sites throughout Thailand. I have to say that the Chinese maintain these historical sites to an impeccable degree. The seating, the facilities on this location are absolutely outstanding.
This collection of statues,
Beautiful,
if I
isn't
could
it?
say,
Very beautiful.
stunning. Now this actually represents hell.
Oh boy.
Yes, where we don't want to be.
Yes. To the audience, Laura is indicating us a place that we don't necessarily want to go.
Yes, and I see quite a bit of suffering if you take a closer look at the expressions.
Yeah, that one looks a bit spooky.
That does look, and I think here at the bottom right, it's also a little bit spooky,
Yes.
as you said, Alex.
This is the Pure Land. Just compare to the hell.
Right.
That's the hell. This is the heaven. So it's the Pure Land.
So this is the
it's a
Pure
dreaming
Land.
place.
This is
Dreaming
the
place
opposite of hell. We're in heaven right now,
Yes.
then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And how old would this be, these carvings? How old?
Just built in 800 years ago,
Okay.
between 1174 to 1252.
Right. Right.
Later Song Dynasty of China.
And can I ask you a question? How long have you been working at this Dazu area for?
Just 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. More beautiful statues here, guys. Wow. I can't tell you guys how. Yeah, it is a massive park, Kevin. How interesting it is to see these in the magnitude and size. Just going to show you how high this is, guys. So this is me, and you can see how high we're going. We want to get you on camera.
It's about a combination of the Buddhism and Confucianism.
Okay.
You know, Buddhism started from the ancient India. After the arrival of Buddhism, it was integrated with the Chinese culture.
Yes.
So here show us many story about Sakyamuni's previous life, about his filial piety. Yeah.
Alex, I was just saying that it was so convenient to enter the park this morning.
Yes.
We didn't. There's a lot of people, but we didn't stand in a long queue.
No queue. And the beautiful thing is, if you're elderly or of age, of delicate age, as we all are eventually, the thing is they give you a bus up to the hardest part. When you're taking the bus up here, they're doing the hard part for you, and you're getting all the beautiful eye candy sights at the top here. So it's pretty much, a horizontal walk for us, enjoying this. So not too stressful. So is that sandstone or limestone?
It's sandstone.
Sandstone.
Yes, it's easy to carve, but it's hard to keep.
Ah, okay. So easy to carve, but hard to maintain for a long period of time.
Yeah. Because
Got it.
You can see weathering. The
Weathering,
surface
yeah.
of the rock.
This is a peacock, but look at the wings on this. It's quite amazing. Okay, and this symbolizes power. I'm just gonna keep quiet for a moment so you guys can enjoy this sight here, okay?
Sleeping Buddha.
Sleeping Buddha, okay.
Commonly called Sleeping Buddha.
Yes.
But it's the Sakyamuni entering Nirvana.
We're gonna move to another location here. Wow. Guys, you gotta see this. Okay, I'm gonna try to get up as close as possible. Can you tell them what we're...
You will look the most beautiful statues here. 1,000 hands Bodhisattva.
So I can imagine this is probably what got the World UNESCO Heritage pretty excited to give you that wonderful accreditation.
Yes.
Okay,
and
let's...
you can see now it has done the restoration.
Okay.
Recently years.
And you're telling us about each
Each
hand.
hand has an eye in the center of the palm. You see?
Ah, let's go. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, you're right. So she's saying each hand has an eye.
Yes, each hand has an eye.
Has an eye in the...
She's wisdom.
Wisdom.
Powerful. Can save people from sufferings. Look at here.
Oh, another angle.
Yeah, another hand.
Here, guys, we got an outside angle here.
The park we visited yesterday, Beishang Dazu rock carvings, that has 75 cave temple sites with over 50,000 statues preserved. So that is really a phenomenal number. And it originated in ancient India, traveled over mountains, through deserts, and eventually some Chinese sculptors and craftsmen took it forward. And the Dazu craftsmen really made masterpieces. I think you can see their dedication, their passion for what they do.
For our English audience, we're putting you on the test again. Tell us all about this masterpiece.
This is the wheel of life. It's about people's past life, present life, and future life. Any question?
Lots of questions. We always got questions for you. So how many statues in total go along this whole wall?
9.
9?
9 here symbolizes security. 9 is the biggest number in single number.
Right.
So symbolize protect this place.
And look below us here on the type of terrain that this park is built on. That's just below my feet.
This is a U-shaped valley.
U-shaped valley, yeah.
Take
Yep.
this angle.
Yeah.
Can you see the sleeping Buddha in the center?
Yes, I do see the sleeping Buddha in the center, yeah.
Sleeping Buddha is the most important one in Buddhism. Entering Nirvana, so located in the most important location.
We got a lion, and we're going to go into this cave here.
There is a monk. Can you see a monk with a bow just like this? With a bow in his hand. Above the bow, a little bit left, there is a dragon's head. Look at the channel. It's the dragon's body. Actually, it's a how to say?
Drainage.
Yeah, drainage. And then when comes raining day, the rainwater flow into the bow on the surface of the rock, and then to here. Take a close look. Can you see? A little hole here. So the water flow out on the ground. It's a well-designed drainage. Very clever.
Very clever.
Yes.
But once again, you should be very proud of this park and to represent this park. You're very blessed to do that. So we really appreciate your time and your organization here on a Sunday. For my viewers, it's been a real treat. For North Americans and other people across the world that cannot travel to China right now, you have no idea how special this is for them. Really, I really thank you for that, okay? And guys, this was one of the conclusions of our fantastic time. Did you think it was this exciting? I thought it was pretty damn exciting, okay? Yeah, I had a great time. And don't forget to leave a comment, hit that like button, and share throughout all social media. Guys, thanks for watching.